Denied. Get some.
Still on my eyes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gravely mystic.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Denied.
They are going to relocate coming in. They will be able to punish Crystallize. Silent runs him down with the help of the IO. It's Chew. Get him as well. Yamaji is going to relocate back in a second. They do get the cooldown slow. Now by the chance for sign of wrap around. Blizzy tries for the call, but doesn't actually get in position. Now Magical turns up as well. Control onto a wing on a fly. Both comes crashing down. They get the dunk down onto the Dazzle. Blizzy and Magical seeing if they can chase for more, but Non-Grotto is there with full HP, full mana.
If you guys want, I can give you guys an update for the rest of the games going on right now.
Spoilers.
Sounds great.
All right. If you don't want spoilers, plug your ears until a little bit from now. All right. Virtus Pro was against 7 in the first series. They still are. They're in game 2. First game was 18 minutes long. And that was, I mean, it's to be expected, I guess. A second game on the side of Group A is Team Spirit versus No Pango. And Spirit is 1 game up. It was a half-an-hour match, and they're in the second game right now as well. In Group B, the other side of Na'Vi versus Winstrike is Gambit versus Empire Hope, where Gambit took the first game of the series. And we are waiting results of game number 2, which is still going on right now. So I guess no unorthodox surprise, no surprise results as far as it goes.
They're trying to kill this Kunkka. But he's got 2 braces. Dude, he's got 2 braces. I don't think you're killing the man who has 2 braces. I mean, maybe you will, but it's going to take you a very... No, you're not going to kill the man that... Okay, you are. You killed the man that has 2 braces. But it cost them the Gyro's life. Potentially going to cost them Iceberg's life as well as Blizzy. Again, with the control, the dunk down 2. They may have killed the man with 2 braces, but it cost them 2 men themselves.
I can see some frog emojis in chat, and after that, like,
you were just surviving, walking out of this 5-man onslaught.
Look at the amount of the denies on Kunkka. Yeah. 31. That's almost 250.
Jeez. That is actually an insanely high amount.
That's half a breath. There you go.
Has been denied.
Na'Vi continuing to lose with the advantage.
They haven't taken down that many towers yet, though.
No, I mean, they haven't. They haven't. But then that's always, I kind of feel that's sometimes a good sign. If you're the team that has a decent net worth lead, 12 minutes, and you haven't taken like the tier 1s, like that's just potential gold that it's going to allow you to be even further ahead. So the fact that you're far ahead without having to rely on getting tower gold, Like, that just shows how far ahead you actually are. As
Considering-
Crystallize has nearly got his Mask of Madness.
How good of a start Batrider
Dire's
had.
bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
nowhere near his Blink Dagger.
No,
He's more
he
than
just
1,000.
wait, how many times did he die in lane? Died what, a couple of times in the lane?
2.
Yeah, he died a couple of times
Dire's middle
in that
tower
lane
is
to
under
Luna.
attack.
As mid lane Na'Vi, they will finish off the tier 1 tower now.
Dire's middle tower
More money
has
for
fallen.
Chu. Oh, the speed is amping up. I think it's going to be very hard for... But I mean, again, even though Iceberg is playing a DK, you know, more
Radiant's
standing
bottom
hero than the
tower
Rubik,
is under attack.
it's going to be tricky for him to have an impact. He's very far behind the Kunkka. There's 4 level difference between the two of them. As Magical's level 11. on his Kunkka.
What could Winstrike's game plan be, right? Like, they know they're behind.
Oh,
What's their route back?
They don't have the initiation yet. Also, Dragonite's so far behind. They can't really pick off people. They just need to outrun them and explode.
Magical had that haste instead. If he gets the angle for the cleave onto the two of them, all come through as well. They do get a cooldown out of the gyro, but it doesn't matter. Winstrike again just losing 3 heroes down bottom.
The 3, but Blizzy is still looking. He's still got a blink. Magical's haste just worn off though, so.
Oh, he's also going to be able to steal a nice length and stuff.
Alright.
More money for
Dire's
Na'Vi.
bottom tower is
As
under
game
attack.
1 looked a little rocky, but this game
Dire's structures
2
are fortified.
looks pretty smooth and standard from Na'Vi's squad.
Yep.
As I really feel if you play against this team, like Blizzy's hero, like Blizzy's axe just seems to be like ridiculous every time he gets it. I think you have to ban the axe. You can't let Na'Vi open with the axe Phoenix,
Dire's
because they're
bottom tower
just
has
so
fallen.
good with it.
Man, I love Blizzy when I play with him in the pubs. He's
Oh,
always
yeah.
so active in chat, always tries to lead the team to the victory no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's not good. We got talked to him a few times at the Dream League Minor doing the interviews, and it was a very sort of smiley, cheerful kind of guy.
Yeah, he's always positive,
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like a
which is
very
very
nice young
rare
boy.
for the players.
It's rare
Just
for
in
the-
public, just playing public games, yeah.
Yeah.
You can be a really calm professional player, but
In the
a
pub
lot of
games.
those tend to get
Dire
really
are
heated up.
Clear sailing now.
Radiant's top tower.
What
is
type of
under
player are
attack.
you, Lacoste?
Oh, I get mad so much. Especially when someone just refuses to play the game, refuses to admit that he's wrong. You just say sorry. We have no problem. Back to you, OD.
Let's see what we got going on here, mid. Iceberg. Going for the Midas. Nearly got it. A bit of a... Yeah, I don't know.
It's a bit of
Getting
a
Midas on the
defeat.
DK. Yeah, it really is. You know, getting a Midas on a DK, you really want to do that. And he's behind, so he feels it's the only way that he's going to get back into the game. He's just got to sort of hope and pray that his team keeps the game going, and the Midas will pay off.
Or the game could end in the next
Yeah.
5 minutes.
And he uses the Midas
yeah.
once. It
Yeah.
could happen.
Dire's
But
middle tower is under attack.
it's hard to argue sort of whatever item would really sort of help him recover the state of the game at the moment because of how far behind he did get in that mid lane matchup. Does always want to fly. Found outside of the base. Blizzy with the finishing dunk.
Radiant structures.
As this
are
really is
fortified.
turning into just Na'Vi absolutely
Dire's
steamrolling
middle tower
Winstrike
is
in
under
this game.
attack.
Right.
I mean, you kind of got to ask yourself, is it surprising? I kind of feel probably not. Na'Vi won game 1. They got away with the draft where they have 4 of the same heroes.
And they didn't have a good start.
Winstrike didn't even try anything too much different. You know, they have this Pyro, Io, Dazzle again. 3 of the heroes the same. Like, it's like, well, whoop-de-doo. Na'Vi's probably going to have a better time because they did in game 1. And they're crushing even more because this time around, Magical, he had a good lane mid. They ban out the Rubik. He gets himself the Kunkka. He's able to straight up just outplay and win the matchup. Kunkka versus DK. And the rest of the game from then on was sort of been just downhill for Winstrike.
They have
Silent farm, but bottom lane, they crumbled. They just bet their lives away to crystallize his Luna. And this Luna that struggled to get any CS in the first few minutes is now on very much at the top of the net worth with the rest of the cores in the game.
They have a Blink Dagger on a
Dire's
Batrider,
bottom
but their
tower
lanes
has
are in really bad position.
Dire's
Mid
middle
is
tower
pushed
is
out,
under
bottom is
attack.
pushed out, so they can't really use it. They're trying to get a pick off. You can see by the movement of a Batrider, they don't know if they went left or right. They're knocking on your tier 3 towers.
And just look at the vision as well. Like, this is everything here.
Blizzy leading in onto Iceberg. Grave ain't gonna save him. The dunk comes through. Zaneko again getting the supernova off. Can they keep the egg alive? The call for Blizzy will stop them from heading into it. Iceberg does manage to buy back TP in to kill off the egg. They've lost 3 on Winstrike. Winstrike are striking back. They've got themselves a couple. They did have to buy back on Iceberg for that though.
I love what Dragonite did. He bought back to use the Midas.
He got the Midas.
Value.
Sally could have gone a lot worse if the egg was successful. But yeah, with that buyback, Iceberg also just able to add that final hit to take the egg down.
How much of a difference will the BKB have that Silence is about to buy? It's like he's 100 gold away or so.
I mean, still this Luna just punches through him. Blizzy's still got the disable. They've got good physical as well from Magical. It's I don't know. It's one of those games where you have to get the BKB, but it's not going to be the item that changes the fight for Winstrike. They're still going to have to almost certainly have extra lives. You know, someone's going to have to buy back for these fights to go the way of Winstrike, because they're still, you know, 9k behind Na'Vi. And Na'Vi, as you can see on the net worth, Na'Vi is a team. They've got 3 cores ready to play the game. Winstrike, they have a Gyro, and then they have this DK and the Bat, who just they're no sort of threat at all really to Na'Vi, as they're just so far behind in farm.
I love what the Dunka's building. He's
What's he got?
going towards Heaven's Halberd. Status resistance so good against the Dragonite and Batrider. Also against the Gyro. If you
oh yeah,
before a BKB, it's just gonna be useless.
It's gonna be so good because with Gyro being the only core really that Na'Vi is scared of.
Iceberg.
Oh,
let's
watch him. Oh, he's okay. He's got it.
He knows.
I wish we could use layers for this, but we didn't update it yet. There was too much stuff breaking our stuff. Because this Midas efficiency, man, this is... I don't know. He needs more.
More Midases.
Also, I want to know
JJ, do you have your mic on?
Yeah.
Good. I was gonna say
because I also want.
You said before you didn't have your mic on. I was like,
no. I mean, I have it.
He pressed
I can
the
mute it.
side.
Yeah, I've got the mic on. No, that's good. Yeah, people want to hear.
Right now, I want to mute myself.
Oh, bad.
That egg. Yeah, that is a bad egg. The BKB comes out from Silence straight away, takes the egg down. Na'Vi. They're getting chased down by the Gyro. Can they fight back after it? That's the question. Crystallized. BKB's separated from the rest of them. He's trying his best to run away. Has he got any sort of people coming over to help him? He has it. Crystallized. He's going to get run down by Winstrike as they lose the 2 of them.
That's the first BKB coming into play.
He caught him off guard. I guess maybe Seneko wasn't aware, committed with the egg. BKB Gyro just took him down in a few punches.
It's also the vision that JJ pointed out earlier. Yeah. It worked a little bit against Na'Vi because they felt themselves that they were safe, and I believe that was a smoke gank, right? So they just didn't see them coming, so they got completely caught off guard because they assumed they were safe. They had sentries, they had wards, and then there they are, the whole squad.
Look at this. That side.
Iceberg. He's dead. He's dead for 70 seconds. Oh no, not the Midas.
Not the Midas.
Oh, not the Midas.
Because which one?
Not like this.
This. Yeah.
Oh, good.
It shows more to the southeast side of the map. Maybe if it placed more. I didn't test the new wards.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, normally you'd go for that edge if you to make sure that the sentry of the enemy team doesn't catch it, right? But with the sentry range increased, I wouldn't still wouldn't catch. I guess that's still nice.
Anti-Roche ward because it shows really late. Wait for you.
Easy Roche for Na'Vi.
Toneko almost has Spirit Vessel against all that heal. Even though it doesn't amplify heal anymore.
Still super nice. And just stat wise. There's Winstrike. Oh, they're going to be very careful for the plays that they made. They do find Blizzy. Blizzy got the blade mail off though. TP in, Fonseneca comes in. He's going to die for it. He does have the egg. I mean,
I don't think he's
probably
going to
save.
Oh, he is.
Oh, they got the call as well. Can they keep the egg alive? They can't because Nongrad is still able to punch into it. They do have Chew and Blizzy coming forward as well as Crystallize as they take down the Dazzle. Silent now being focused by the 3 of them. He'll pop the BKB, but the damage from Crystallize is too much. Silent, he has to turn and run. Jump forward from Blizzy. They have the vision to beat him down as well as Winstrike. They lose 3, they lose 4. As Nongrad tries to come into to find something in trade. He does pop the Aegis, at least, of Crystallize, but overall, again, Winstrike
The biggest
losing these
bait.
fights.
I mean, there were no Dragonite in this. I don't know if he was dead.
He was
He
dead.
needed to use his Midas.
But he was dead.
He
He was dead for 70 seconds because
He was, I think he was back alive because I think he TP'd to the shrine to use his Midas.
Yeah, he just got up, and I think he TP'd right before the fight broke out.
Dire's middle
I'm gonna get
tower
replays for
has
tomorrow,
fallen.
so we can check.
Oh, replays tomorrow.
replays tomorrow.
Can't set it up right now. We would have to restart the stream.
Dire's
not
middle
doing that.
tower
No, no.
is under attack.
But not looking great for Winstrike. No, not. They need more time for
They got
this.
some glimmers of hope
Midas
here
2K
or
to come
there.
along.
They just need to have another good fight and get a Roche with it, which will take a little time. And also, for some reason, they only have 1 tower down so far, which with the Dragonite, you'd expect them to get at least mid-tier 1 as well, right?
I mean, they're out to, but yeah, the Dragonite just got crushed at the
Yeah,
start,
it did.
so Iceberg's having a super slow game.
I think if Oneiko pulls off
Yeah.
a good egg, they can't lose.
No.
Like, there were 2 bad eggs in the 2 previous fights. A bit too aggressive. I mean, he can use egg aggressive like that if Axe didn't use his blink and call.
No.
What are we laughing at?
Magical.
There's like a lot of build-up to him getting the X mark, the spot, and hitting, but then he X marked him right before he reached
Very,
it.
very tense. It was very tense moment there.
Yeah. He couldn't get the hit up. Oh, poor guy.
What the hell?
He's not even level 20 yet.
What
Yeah.
level 70? 3,500 HP at
And he's got
24
the
minutes
health
next
rings
to
yet
the
as
Luna.
well.
Radiant's bottom
And then he has
tower is
Rom.
under attack.
He's like 8k HP.
Dire's
Whatever.
top tower is
Oh,
under
hello.
attack.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it?
Dazzle.
He's got the job.
He's gonna ignore that.
Oh.
Lizzie ignores Dazzle.
Wait, who was that? Who was that the bat with the force? Was that the bat?
I think so.
The bat.
Radiant's middle tower
Dude, he
is
just
under attack.
saved that Jaro's life. That force away from the call. I mean, he's going to die for it. Or maybe he won't, actually. Oh, they got him. Blizzy's able to jump down. They got the damage needed.
He's trying to get a cleave off these.
Dude, that was good. They nearly got silent. That was a pretty clutch save from Nongrad.
No buyback available on any.
I don't get the bag.
Yeah.
So Naiko.
The call.
Previous time it's happened.
The call. Oh, he wasn't in time.
1 second. He's out.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What? What did BK do?
Because it was cute, you know, when you press it, when you're still stunned, and you don't do anything afterwards, it's
Yeah.
still cute.
Oh.
He didn't cancel.
Well, we can, yeah. Or he messed up.
Oh, he messed up.
Or he messed up. One of the two. What's going on? Always want to fly. Dead again. Oh, wait, has he got the dunk? Oh, he's not got the dunk. Dunk's not quite out. It doesn't matter. They have the control to keep always want to fly that. 15k lead for Na'Vi. Na'Vi are definitely... Like, Na'Vi should not lose this game. I mean, they're going to have to feel really bad if they lose this game now at this point. They're so far ahead. They're able to win the early game so hard that
Radiant's bottom
Iceberg
tower
has to go for this Midas to catch up. If Iceberg does catch up and get back to the game with this Midas, and then Na'Vi lose to the Midas DK, then that's going to be pretty bad for Na'Vi.
I mean, he's getting there. Level 15.
He's catching up.
He's tanky.
They're you know, Na'Vi aren't pressuring super hard, so there is that time.
Yeah.
The Midas absolutely paid off. You know, Iceberg was in a tough situation.
Midas is ready. Use it.
Oh,
But yeah, he's been given some time. That's
yeah,
good.
it is paying off, and this is the part. You know, Na'Vi, they've got to be a little wary of that. Obviously, at the moment they're still in a very comfortable position, but things can change if the game goes on, and this DK does eventually become sort of this tanky frontliner.
Ooh. 6 health, easy courier.
Oh, crystallize.
Oh, he saw it too late though.
Oh,
Get it.
Got him.
I didn't have anything on there, but still, money's money.
Especially if you're gonna choke the enemy team in the base, it means that they can't get anything from the secret shop.
Unless you
Unless you relocate. But then you use relocate. That's a win in itself.
Yeah, I wonder what Na'Vi are waiting for. They have such a lead, and they really can just force a team fight at this
Next
point.
Roche, probably.
Oh, see?
Mega dead mistake. Oh, Suneko.
He's got backup coming in. They've got mass TPs coming through Na'Vi, seeing if they can get a catch off the back of this. Yeah, Mitch is going to tick down a little low to the Spirit Vessel. Won't quite die as he runs to the side. Oh, he will die with Crystallize coming in from the side as Crystallize is able to get the wrap around. Silent does go for the TP. Oh, they go for the egg in an attempt to sort of clear the trees, but they're already all out of there. So it's an egg for nothing.
Did they see that they used the egg? I don't think so.
Top tower is under attack.
I don't think Winstrike knows that the egg was used.
On cooldown.
Yeah.
Look at Dragon Knight. 3,000 gold.
Look at him go.
This is going to be
18.
What's he gonna buy?
Radiance? Go Radiance.
Shouldn't he just get a
Get
BKB?
Midas Radiance. He'll probably.
He's gonna need a BKB if he
wants
to the egg.
Yeah, they need to make sure they get this egg. Yeah, you're right.
Stand in the front line against all damage.
Oh,
Luna.
he queued up with a
see.
Assault Cuirass.
I mean, they've got a lot of. It's all physical. Luna, tiny. They've got a lot of punch on them, so extra bit of armor won't hurt in terms of keeping the gyro alive.
Maybe the queued up is because he went for different talent. No damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
He has accepted his fate that he is now just the sidekick of the gyrocopter, and it's all about making the gyrocopter #1. He's the Robin to the Batman of the gyro.
Magical's got the full BKB online on the Kunka as time is given, Winstrike are climbing their way back in.
I mean, if he gets to level 20 and gets the PM talent
Yeah,
plus the Midas, he's gonna get the...
Yeah, he's gonna catch up.
Yeah.
Are fortified.
Army, they want to force things. Got to get something going. They take one good fight. They can get this Luna into the base and just pound through the defenses of Winstrike. They wait a little too long. Iceberg will eventually become some sort of a force in this game. So they go, oh, Blizzy. Jumps forward. Having a bit of a poke, not fully committing yet.
Locate.
Oh.
Alright. That's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Extra to go.
You're playing from behind. You need to make sure that the Na'Vi doesn't get full room. If you get the drag, back onto always want to fly Yamich. Oh, he gets the temper off before the boat hits. So Yamich is actually going to be fine. Always want to flow is also able to walk away.
Yeah,
Okay,
Silent never came back.
Back to Kanka's health, 4.5k.
Oh my god. That is actually pretty crazy. He's
Like at
going
this
for the
point, his
glass cannon.
HP, like it just doesn't scale as well. If you would get one armor item or something, you would be like effective
get a
HP.
buckler.
Yeah, just get anything. Like 10 armor, like 60% as damage. Rum, he's not dying.
He just wants to have the big crit stuff.
He does.
Roche is going to be up in a second or two. Right? Am I reading that right?
Well, how long's the respawn time?
It should be... Ah!
It's a minute.
Close.
Oh, wait.
It's this one.
It's that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
Alright. It's like a minute, yeah.
Death Rider has a gem. They're gonna get rid of the vision. They want
So does Axe.
drag this game as much as possible.
I'd say Winstrike is doing definitely better than what I expected them to do, considering how poor their early game went.
Yeah, I mean, well, Na'Vi's had like a 14k lead for quite some time. It's really
Yeah.
sort of stagnated and just sat there.
I'm a bit mad because Na'Vi picked the same heroes 2 games in a row, and in this patch I feel like anything
Silent.
the things.
Let's get the BKB off. They go for the egg, but with the BKB, Silent just takes it out immediately. Magical and Crystallize do focus towards the DK, and they will find the life iceberg. Crystallize also able to pick up Always Wanna Fly.
Phoenix and Bob back.
For Blizzy, again, these calls, these catches turning a couple of kills into 4. Straight up buybacks out from the Gyre, and the eye is silent.
He brought back mid-toss.
Oh, he brought back on the toss.
Mid-toss.
Oh, the feature effed him up.
Friendly peeps.
Oh, I mean, the game was
That's
probably
it.
over.
That's a game.
Did he what? He brought back in the toss?
Yes.
And
Dire's bottom tower
wow.
And if you're mid-air, for people that are unaware, it means that when you buy back, you respawn at the place where you land.
Yeah.
You're basically-
Toss always.
Yeah.
You'll always be, if you're alive, where the toss ends.
Dire's bottom barracks.
All right. I mean, that actually may have just. I mean, they were probably going to lose the game anyway, but
But they
may have
could have
just
had
lost
one
the
more
game.
fight in them, maybe. No worries though, for all you Winstrike fans out there. It is a double elimination bracket. And that means that they're not out just yet.
But even better if you're a Navi fan, we're gonna have them play right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Following that,
the winners the final.
They're probably going to play
The winners
against
game.
Gambit.
I want to see what Navi can do when they don't have the same job. You know, I want to see what they could do when they don't have Axe and Phoenix. I feel like these are the two openers that if you're playing against Navi, you don't want to have them. You don't want to let them have them. Like you take away Blizzy's Axe, you take away Seneco's Phoenix, you take away one of the two because just together it seems so hard to play against. Specifically the Blizzy Axe. I really feel like if you let Blizzy play Axe, you're probably going to lose the game.
Well, Gambit also plays Axe, so they're going to fight over that. But Gambit is still in the game against Empire Hope, so they're not done yet. In Group A, by the way, both Virtus Pro and Team Spirit are already done and 2-0'd their opponents, which were 7-0 Panthers.
The final sort of standard from Winstrike because they try and hold things off. They do kill Crystallize. Magical still sitting on a good amount of HP. Blizzy again jumps forward, has the disable onto Silent. Chew does get the pick off onto Non-Grata. They do head forward, but Blizzy just staying alive. It's only Always Wanna Fly and Silent left, trying to play around with him. As they keep their distance, the missile will come through, hold him down, but Chew jumps back in, has the damage to kill the Dazzle. GG is finally cool.
Well played.
Navi get the series win 2-0. As they look good, but as I said, we haven't seen much. We saw them do the same draft. They still had some mistakes, but definitely many more mistakes made by Winstrike. As Navi secure themselves a clean 2-0.
I feel like Winstrike was one of the top teams at one point, but after that, it's just a downfall.